Hello, welcome Bling crew. How are you guys? Miss Mona, you are here already. Hello, how are you? How are you? How is your monthly Bling projects coming? Um, Hopefully we should not have any feedback tonight and you all can hear me. So if you can hear me, can you do me a favor and hit the like button or post a comment and just let me know that you can hear me? I think between all of the cameras, I think I finally figured it out. Um, so I think I don't even know how many weeks into using StreamYard, but I think I finally figured it out. So hopefully, one, you can hear me. Two, that there's no feedback. I do have my earbud in, so there should be no feedback. And I think I am good. So hi, Cassandra. How are you? I still need to get. I'm still working on that project that we talked about. Hopefully early next week I can get that out to you. This week has just been like really crazy for me. I have like a really huge project that I'm getting ready to start, and um, I have a lot of prep work to do for that, and I kind of have a deadline that I need to get it done. So I am working on what we discussed, and I should get that out to you middle of next week. So hi, Miss Tiffany, how are you? Miss Ashley, how are you? I hope everything is doing well with your family. Um, and Miss Sativa, you look good. Oh, thank you. A tad smaller than norm. I really wish. I really wish. Um, there was a period of time, like my son plays soccer. He's very like competitive into soccer. He's in his senior year, and he works out a lot. He's very motivating and trying to get me to work out as well. So I was doing that for a while, and then things got crazy again, and I kind of quit. So I'm trying to get back to that. Um, so maybe you guys can help motivate me. Like if any of y'all like want to work out or like whatever and kind of have like an accountability group, I'm all for that. I think having people together with stuff like that really helps everybody. No, you meant the picture. Um, so I do have on my phone. My phone is kind of like the one with me, and then the other one is this is my webcam. So I know sometimes like because the screens are different, it kind of shows it different, but I will switch it over to just the webcam in a little bit. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are all into like an accountability group and like helping keep each other healthy and happy, I'm all for that. I know some of you know that. Whew, what am I? I will be coming up on one, two, three. I think I'm coming up on my fourth fourth year anniversary of finishing chemo. So yeah, I'm gonna be what? Yeah, it was 3 years ago. So literally the day before I turned 38, I found out that I had breast cancer, which, back then, completely devastating. Like I went through chemo for like 6 months. Thankfully, I found it soon enough that I didn't have to like go through radiation and whatnot, but I did lose all my hair. This is literally the hair that I have now. This is literally my hair growing back for over 3 years, and it's nowhere near where it used to be. I used to have really thick hair, and now it's like super thin. All of that good stuff. So I know a lot of people in this group. We are predominantly women in this type of industry. So I recommend to all of you, I advocate to you to please do self-exams. That is how I found my lump. So I encourage you to do that as well, because I literally found it like, I don't know how long I had it, but I found it like stage 1. It hadn't spread to anything, didn't spread to lymph nodes, anything like that. So, I had a mastectomy, I had chemo, and at this point, I'm good, I'm going great. And that's really what kind of like propelled me into doing like rhinestones and bling and all of this stuff full time. So I'm a CPA too. And I was working like a corporate job, and then, you know, you kind of have like a coming to like life at that point in time. And I was like, you know, this isn't really like the goal of where I want to go. So really that kind of like changed my life for me, not in, you know, like in more ways than one per se. And I feel like I'm happier and healthier than I was before that. So it's kind of been like a blessing in disguise, if you will. So I do advocate for you guys to do your self exams, even if you're not 40. I was literally diagnosed at the age of 38. Was not recommended for mammograms yet. Like I had to advocate so that they would give me one. They tried to tell me it was just a cyst, and I was like, yeah, no, not really. So if you ever have something like that, like literally you're in the shower, you're doing whatever, like feel yourself. Like if you have a lump there, you will know that it is different. I have very dense breasts. You will know if something is different and you need to go get it looked at. So there is that. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox on that. So welcome everybody. Tonight, I'm going to be showing you, I know I see a lot of questions about number one, working with epoxy. Alternative ways to color either your background, or how do you color your background. So there's alternative ways to do that. You can put like micas and glitters in your glue. So I'm going to kind of show you like both, like that process, that you don't need to color your background. You can put the micas in your epoxies. You can put it in your glue. So I'm going to kind of show you the process of how I do that as well. I'm going to be rhinestoning my phone case. I got new phones not too long ago, so I have the Samsung what is this, like the Ultra 22. So I have like a regular phone case on this one, but I want another one because my old one used to be like blinged out, and I haven't had that for a good minute now. So I want another one. I'm having withdrawals. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. To prep this, I did sand it with sandpaper. I generally used a 120 grit sandpaper. You can use sandpaper that's like more coarse, like a 60 or an 80 grit or whatever. It's really up to you. I always recommend sanding your projects because that increases the surface area that your glue or your adhesive has to attach. And rhinestones are small, they're fragile, so you want as much surface area and as enough like grip and anchor with your adhesive or your glue that you can get, and sanding improves that. So I sanded this, and then I did clean it with alcohol to clean off all of that dust. So I will show you guys that. Then I will do a giveaway tonight, like we have been doing for several weeks now. I'm going to do another one of the acrylic tumblers. I'm going to do the clear one tonight, and then whoever the winner is, I'm actually going to let you guys pick the color of the rhinestones that you want. So you will be able to pick three 10 growth packages of SS16, and then the way that it will work is I've been having whoever the winner is go to our website, order one of our free patterns, so that then that way I will have your contact information and your address. And if you get one of the free patterns, you don't have to enter your credit card information. Literally, I just need your address so that I can ship it out to you. If you want to order something, you're more than welcome to, but you don't have to. And then in the notes at checkout, just leave, you know, today's date and that you were the winner, and I will get it shipped out to you like within a day or two. The only caveat to that is if you do win and you don't live in the US, I will ask that you pay for shipping, because international shipping can be rather expensive, and that's not quite in the budget for giveaways and whatnot. So I will still get it to you, but I will ask that you pay for shipping, and we will coordinate that. The other thing is I do want you to be like still in the live when we do the giveaway. If you're not here, I will pick someone else. So I think that's only fair to everyone who comes to hang out with me and learns, ask your questions. And if you are the winner, I do want you to be here so we can, you know, acknowledge you and congratulate you as well. So let me see if I missed anybody. Hi, Miss Lori. How are you? And Miss Renee is back. I think no, it was the other Renee that was the winner. I know Cassie was one of our winners a couple weeks ago. Mona is one of our longtime Bling Box members. She is amazing. I love seeing your guys' work. Hi, Miss Teresa. How are you? Oh, and then anybody who is joining us on Facebook, I will post it. Give me 1 second. I will post it. So if you are in Facebook, because I'm using StreamYard to stream to both Facebook and YouTube, Facebook requires any Facebook or StreamYard and Facebook require that you give StreamYard permission to see your information. So if you go to the website that's scrolling at the bottom, you can allow it the permissions so that we can see your information. Otherwise, all I can see is it just says Facebook user. The other people that are watching can probably see your name, but I can't. If you don't want to do this and allow the permissions, just go over to YouTube and join us over there. You don't have to do anything different. You can just join. And our YouTube channel is just put in the search bar, Bling Your Things, and we will pop up. So there is that. Miss Sativa is saying she wants to bling a phone case, has a battery built in, and I'm not sure if I want to make that case bling or not. Maybe you could just do some like bling around like the sides or something, or maybe add like your initial, something like that. Everything can be blinged. That's my motto. Everything. I don't care what it is. All of it. Just bling it all. All right, let me change the screen so that we can see just this one down here. Let me go to solo layout. So that should be good. All right, so I'm going to be using the Bob Smith 2-part epoxy. This is a 30-minute slow cure epoxy. It is a 1-to-1 mixture, so 1 part of each, and then you mix thoroughly. And I will kind of do this because it does take a little bit to mix this. If you are working with the epoxy and you find that you're not quite getting the full 30 minutes of work time and it's hardening before that, that means one of two things. Either you put too much hardener in your mixture or you didn't mix long enough. So I just used like 2 small, like little pea size amounts, like not much, because a little bit of this goes a very long way. And I'm going to mix in some mica powder. I have this set of 30 of the Baltic Day. I got this on Amazon. If you go to our website, you can find, I have like a little, like a graphic that says things we love on Amazon, and you can find the link to these on there. So I'm actually going to use this white one. It is called Pearl. And I like this set because they come in these containers. The other ones are like bags, and I'm kind of messy. These are like perfect because they go back in. I don't have to worry about spilling and having a spoon and like all that other stuff. So I love these. These are the Baltic Day. This one is a 30-pack. They do have smaller like bundles or bigger ones. You could also use glitter if you wanted. So then I have these small little silicone tools. I also got these on Amazon. You don't have to have these. You could also use a toothpick to kind of mix your powder or mix your epoxy and your powder. So I'm just going to put in just a little bit right on the top, and then I'm going to mix it. I recommend that you mix these for a full 60 seconds to make sure that it is thoroughly mixed. And when you first put like your mica or your glitter, it's going to kind of try to separate. Like it doesn't want to mix in there, but eventually the more you mix it, it will all go in there. So just make sure that you mix it pretty well. So I'm going to mix this up pretty good. And then for rhinestones, I'm going to be using some SS6 blue opals, as well as some SS20 blue opals. And these are new to our line of rhinestones. We now have four opal colors. There's white, blue, and pink and green. And then I have them in SS6, 10, and 20. So I'm going to mix these up. You could also mix these on like a silicone mat. And then when you're done, you can peel like the excess off of the silicone mat and then reuse them. I used to do that, but then I found that it was just taking way too long to clean up. So then I went back to either the Post-its or like a scrap piece of paper to kind of mix them up. All right, so let me pour out these stones. And I'm going to kind of do like the pattern that is kind of like a deluxe grid, so kind of like a premium grid. And I'll show you in a second. So the pattern that I'm going to do, if you guys were on the live a couple weeks ago, you'll remember I showed you guys kind of like some rhinestone fill patterns. And this is on our website under like the tips and tricks. So I'm actually going to do this pattern here where it's like the grid and they're straight horizontal, like stacked. And then I'm going to put right in the corners, I'm going to put those smaller SS6s in there. And I'm going to do it just in one, actually, yeah, I'm just going to do it in one color for right now. So if you guys wanted this like for reference, it is under the tips on our website, and you can print that out. So you can use that for reference. All right, so with the epoxy, when you first mix it up, it's going to be very like liquidy, and your rhinestones, when you place them, are going to kind of want to move. So you just put a little bit, and then you kind of spread it out. You just want like a thin layer on whatever your project is. You don't want it like puddling or like big piles. If you have like kind of like mounds of it, your rhinestones are going to start slipping and sliding around. And you don't want that. You don't want your rhinestones kind of like running away from you. But you do have, like, until you kind of get used to using it, only do like a small section until you kind of get used to it. But you're going to have, as long as you mixed it well enough, you're going to have about 30 minutes of work time. So you can do a fairly large section. You'll know like what your speed is for like working and whatnot, and how much you can do in like, you know, maybe 10, 15 minutes. So I'm just spreading this out evenly. And then that white mica powder kind of gave it like a shimmer in the background, and it's going to kind of like cover up like the back right here. So then you're not going to see like the scratch marks from sanding or anything like that. So let me find, and then I'm just going to use, you know, the normal wax pickup tool. Let me make sure I don't have any glue on here. And of course I do. So if that ever happens, you can literally just use your nail to kind of like scrape it off, or you can use your pencil sharpener to kind of sharpen it. Whatever works for you. All right, I think I got it. So then I'm just going to kind of start over here. And let me, is that focused for you guys? I know sometimes when I move in, it kind of changes. There, hopefully that's better. So I'm just going to put these in a row, and I'm going to use the edge of this. You guys can't really, can you see that? I hope. So I'm going to use this edge to kind of help keep my line straight. And then I'm just going to stack these in a whole row. And I like to work row by row, alternating between the two sizes. So I'll just do these really quick like. So for anyone just joining us, welcome. I am showing you guys how to work with a two-part epoxy to rhinestone a phone case. And I'm doing a pattern that is like either a deluxe grid or premium grid, however you want to call it. So I'm basically just stacking my rhinestones in a straight row, and I'm using blue opal and SS20. And then in between there, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to fill kind of like the gaps that are created kind of like by the corners, if you will, with size SS6. So I think that that is pretty straight. And in with the mica powder, or in with the epoxy, I mixed in some pearl white mica powder to kind of help blend in my background so that I didn't have to like paint this. This phone case is acrylic, but it's a soft acrylic, so it's like bendable. It's not hard. And you can do the other plastic acrylic phone cases. So let's see. So I'm just going back in, and in between, I hope you guys can see this. These are kind of small. It's a little hard with the light. So hopefully you can see that, like with the blue ones, like in between, I'm putting the little SS6s. And I'm using these blue opals, and they're kind of light, so I think it's kind of hard for you to see. So I'm just putting them kind of like in the center. And I'm using the two-part epoxy because this item, like this phone case, is going to get, you know, beat around. It's going to get shoved and dropped and all of that good stuff. And it's just going to hold up a little bit better to that like heavy use compared to using like compared to using like the super tight fusion tack. So then after I get this row, I'm going to go back with the SS20s and then just do another row completely right next to that. And so this would be like a normal, excuse me, a normal grid would just be kind of stacking the rhinestones horizontally and vertically. And then when you add the smaller stones in the corners, that would be like a deluxe grid or premium grid because you're essentially using twice as many rhinestones as you would with the regular grid pattern. So if this is something that you're doing like for a client, make sure you're charging more for this because it's going to take you more time. You have twice as many rhinestones to place and twice as much time. So your cost and your time is going to go up. And just make sure that you charge for that. So let me finish this row. I want to get this one in here, but I don't think it's going to fit. So let me take that. Oh, you can't see that. I'm going to get this one out of here. I'll fill that one, that bottom part in with some like SS16s. So I'm going to show you, and you might even be able to see it. So since I'm using this epoxy, it's kind of like slippery, right? So since it hasn't started hardening yet, if I literally like turned it this way, these rhinestones are literally going to start sliding. So if you're working on a tumbler with this, make sure that you're working in like small sections and you're always going back and checking your work that those rhinestones didn't like slip out of place. Because the other thing that will happen is that when they start sliding, you'll have some of them that they'll start sliding on top of the other rhinestone and you might not even notice it. And then you'll have one rhinestone that's literally affixed on the top of another one. So make sure you're going slow enough and that you're double checking your work, that everything's staying where you intended it to be, working with the two-part epoxies, because they are going to slide around. As it starts to harden up, like they're not going to go anywhere, but like right after you first mix it and you start working with it, make sure that you're like double checking that nothing slid out of place. I know some people will mix the epoxy and the weight like 3 to 5 minutes before they even start using it. So let's see. Let me see what questions you guys have. So yes, Miss Ashley, you can find this printout. You can find this one on our website. It's over at the end, like in our blog. If you go, I think it says Bling tips on the website. And then there's more info, like more detailed info about like each one and how you do it. But you can save a copy of this picture and then you could print it if you wanted to. So Peggy says that's handy. Are you meaning like the pickup tools? Is that what you're meaning? Ashley, hopefully I fixed the light. Peggy, I've not worked with UV resin yet. I tend to find something that I like and then I stick with it. I'm kind of like, well, it works. Why break something if it doesn't need fixing? So I generally use just the Bob Smith two-part epoxy. Sometimes I will use glue masters depending upon like what the project is. Like every different project has its own, there's no one size fits all glue, unfortunately. So it kind of just depends, but I haven't ventured into the world of UV resin yet. I don't really like to like get my nails done with when they use like the UV lights and whatnot. Um, so I'm not really like open with using like the light to cure it and having to do that. So I've kind of just stuck with the Bob Smith 2-part epoxy. So hopefully you guys can see this still. Lynn says she loves the blue opal, and so does Teresa. So Lynn, I am using size SS20. I'm using the SS20s as well as SS6. So yeah, not 6mm. 6mm would be like an SS30. And oh, what did I do? I don't know how I posted someone's comment. So let's see. So SS stands for stone size, and that is what you will normally see when we are talking about glass rhinestones or crystals. You will see them referred to as SS for stone size. If we're talking about resin or acrylic or jelly ABs or any of the plastic rhinestones, those are referred to as mm for the millimeters. And then there is like a conversion between the sizes. Like SS10 is usually a 3 mm, or SS20 is like 4 mm, or SS16 is 4 mm, SS20 is 5 mm, and so on. I do have like a sizing conversion on our website on the blog too, if you ever need that. Then there's also another kind of like sizing reference where you might see PP, and that means pearl plate, and that's if you're talking about like pearls or like half pearls. You'll see those referred to in PP sizes. And then there's also a conversion for that as well. So any other questions? I'm more than happy to answer them and help you guys out. The more you know, the more you are able to do. And I'm more than willing to share the knowledge that I've gained over several years of rhinestoning so that you don't have to do all the research and the digging. So Lynn is asking, does Bob Smith have an odor? It does not. It does not have a strong odor. It's not like E6000 where and I'm not a glue basher, don't get me wrong. I do use E6000 for some things, but I have a strong reaction to E6000. So if I use that, I literally have to wear a mask. I have to wear a mask with that, and it has to be a very well ventilated area. Otherwise, my eyes have like allergic reaction, and I get headaches from it. So every person is different. Everybody reacts differently. Some people don't have a reaction to the E6000. But for the Bob Smith, it does not have an odor like that. It doesn't have an odor like E6000. I do recommend you use it in a well-ventilated area. It does, you are mixing an epoxy. It does put off, like fumes. So make sure that you're not like in a small closed room. Have your fan on, circulating the air around you. And also read the manufacturer's data sheet. So this is the MSDS. It is the data sheet is available on all glues on all glue manufacturers' websites, and you can find that. And I recommend that you read it. Like, don't just take everybody's word for it on the internet. Kind of find out for yourself what the manufacturer recommends, because not everybody uses it for its intended purpose. But it's also going to tell you, like, if you have questions about, well, what's the best type of glue for this project? Can I use this glue or that epoxy for what I'm doing? It's going to tell you right on their data sheet what types of surfaces they recommend it for and what it's going to work best on, or if they have any recommendations on what you should do to prep it. And literally 90% of all glues and epoxies say to sand your surface before you use it. Literally almost all of them. So whoever is on Facebook, I'm sorry, I can't see your name. If you want us to see your information, you have to go to the website that's scrolling on the screen and allow the permissions, or go over to YouTube and search for Bling Your Things, and follow us over there. You don't have to allow anything. You don't have to allow anything on Facebook. But the stone color that I'm using, this is Blue Opal. And I am using SS20. Oop, I put my finger in it. SS20 and SS6. And then I'm doing the premium grid, where I'm basically putting the rhinestones in a horizontal and linear grid. And then I'm putting the SS6s kind of like right in the corners to give it kind of like that extra pop. So Lori is asking, when you do the grid, is it better to work up and down? It's really up to you. It's really up to you. There's no right or wrong way to do it. If you prefer to work this way and then work down or work up or start in the middle, like wherever you want to do, it's up to you. If I have a straight edge that I can use to help keep my line straight, I'm going to start there first, so that then that's less work for me trying to manage keeping my line straight, because I have something that's going to help do that for me. But it's really up to you, however you want to do that. So let's see. 1 second. So we will do the giveaway in a little bit. If you want to participate in that, the keyword for tonight is hashtag opals with a S. So you just need to enter that into the comments, and then I will use the StreamYard picker, and that is how the winner will be picked. The winner is going to get a 16-ounce clear acrylic tumbler, and then I'm going to let the winner pick 3 SS16 colors that they would like, and then I will ship them out to you, or out to the winner. The way you will receive that is you can go to our website and pick order one of our free rhinestone patterns, and then check out, so that then I have your address to ship it to you. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to enter your credit card information. It's literally just so that I have your contact information and your shipping address. Then in the notes to checkout, you can enter today's date and that you were the Bling Kit winner, and I will get it shipped out to you. Now, if you don't live in the US, I will ask that you pay for shipping. International shipping is kind of, pricey, and it's not really in the budget for giveaways, the international shipping. So that is the only thing. And I do want you to be present when we do the giveaway, when I pick. So we've been working for what, maybe 20 minutes-ish now. So now the rest of this epoxy has kind of been sitting in here. So it's starting to harden up. And it's kind of at the point that I could use this. But if I do, I'm only probably going to have like maybe 5 more minutes left to work with it. And I don't want to kind of like put myself in a time crunch to use that. So I'm actually going to take this little piece of the Post-it with that on it, and then fold this up, and then I'll throw that away. I do like to clean my my tools with just rubbing alcohol, so make sure that you have this on hand if you are working with the 2-part epoxy. And just get a little bit like you normally would with something else, and then clean your tools. Hopefully you do it while it's still like a little bit wet, and then it will come right off. But with the silicone tools, it's going to repel that glue, so even if it becomes hard, you'll literally be able to pick it off like in sheets so that it's clean. And then I do recommend that you clean it with alcohol again. So that's literally it. What else? Tiffany, how many bags on what type of project? What are you working on? So for like a 20-ounce tumbler, I would recommend, if you are using SS16, I would recommend 30 gross of rhinestones. If you're using SS20, that's what, 49 by 49 if you're doing a honeycomb. So that would be like 2,400. So you're going to need like almost 2 bags. If you're doing like a custom like mix, like a mix of rhinestones, I don't know if I have one right here. Like the mixes that you guys helped me make last week. I don't know that I have them. I don't have them close. But you guys helped me make the, I ended up calling it Tennessee whiskey. Let me grab one. One second. So you guys helped make this mix last week. And this is like Halloween-ish colors. It has the white opal, orange, black diamond, and I think that was it. So you guys helped me make this. Like if you were using a mix like this on like a 20-ounce tumbler, I would recommend 3 bags. I would recommend 3 bags of like a mix of rhinestones. And of course I spilled rhinestones all over the place. Oh, whatever, I can clean it up later. So, all right, I'm going to put a little bit more glue. Oh, and then those of you who did get a Bling box for September, I will tell you it is going to be like Halloween themed. So it will have like Halloween themed colors. But it is supposed to be a surprise mystery box, so I will kind of leave it at that. I think those are like 80% sold out now, and those will ship on the 1st. They have a minimum of 5 to 6 full-size rhinestone products, 1 to 2 projects, 1 to 2 patterns. You get free shipping, exclusive discounts, free live tutorials, all kinds of good stuff. So those come out for pre-order on the 15th of every month, and then they ship between the 1st and the 5th. So I've seen a lot of new faces this month, which is very exciting. And then I see a lot of my old school. You guys have been with me since February or even last year, before I had to put it on pause when we moved. So I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you guys like the projects in the box. I hope that they challenge you. I hope you enjoy making them and that it's something different that maybe you wouldn't think to do for yourself. That's kind of my goal for them, is to kind of help keep you being creative and crafty and not really having to think about, what colors do I need, what kind of project, kind of just giving you something that you really have everything that you need to get those done. And I love seeing your guys' finished projects, like when you get them done. It's always fun to see, maybe people change the colors or, they kind of make it their own. So if you finish your projects, please post them in the group. I love seeing them. And I love when you guys share with other people in the Facebook group. So let's see. Mona loves Halloween. I do too. Jennifer's asking, can you recommend using the 2-part epoxy over liquid fusion? So I actually no longer use liquid fusion. I used to use liquid fusion sometimes on stuff. My preferred glue is actually super tight fusion tack instead of the liquid fusion. And liquid fusion or the super tight are not the same type of glues. One is an epoxy and the other is a thick glue, a thick adhesive. So they're honestly they're not made up of the same material. So I wouldn't compare them. I wouldn't put them in the same class of, the same group of adhesives. They have different chemical makeups and whatnot. So, all right. And so I have like a little bit like left here, and that's fine. I'm just going to put new like right on top of that. So if you ever like get through and you're going through something and you're like, maybe the phone rings and you have to like go answer it, you can put more glue, you can put more adhesive or epoxy on top of that. Kind of just do it like maybe once, maybe twice if you have to with the layers. But it's honestly going to be fun. You just don't want your layers are supposed to be very thin anyway. So you don't want the layer thick enough that you're going to end up with like uneven, like an uneven surface from doing that. But otherwise you're going to be okay if you kind of just do another thin layer on top of it. So Cassie, oh, I'm sorry. If you really want a box, I can make sure that I hold one back for you. I don't want anyone to not get one because of that. So I think I'll go ahead and finish up this little section here, and then I will always answer any more questions, and then we will do the giveaway. So again, if you're just joining us, I will do the giveaway at here in a couple of minutes. The keyword is hashtag opals. Make sure you put the hashtag. And then I will do the giveaway through StreamYard. It will pick the winner for us. The winner is going to get a 16-ounce clear acrylic tumbler, and then this week's winner is going to be able to pick three 10 gross packs of rhinestones, whatever color you want. You get to pick, and then that is what the giveaway will be. Then to receive it, you can go to our website and pick one of our free patterns. You won't have to enter your credit card number or anything like that so that you can check out. You know, you're not required to buy anything. If you want to, you're more than welcome to, but you're not required. And then I will get everything shipped out to you in the next day or so. If you don't live in the US, I will ask that you pay for shipping, and we can figure that part out like after. In your notes to checkout, just put that you won tonight, today's date, and that you won the giveaway. And then the colors that I am using tonight, these are blue opal. This is like a new group of colors that we added. So there is blue. There's blue opal, green opal, pink, and white opal. And then these are in SS 6, 10, 12, and 20. So these are very pretty. They're very like, what would I compare them to? They're kind of pearlish, but they're like opaque and like, they're not transparent, but they're not as dark as like a regular color of rhinestones, if you will. So let me finish this row, and then I'll go ahead and switch over to the giveaway, and we will get that part done. So, oh, and Lynn is asking the mica kit. Yes, 1 second. So let me get these down here. Let me just make sure those aren't going to move on me. All right, and I will leave that at that. All right. So the mica that I'm using, this is the brand is Baltic Day. The kit that I got, it has 30 colors in it, and they come in these nice little containers with flip top lids. One has like a big pour, and then the other kind of has like your salt and pepper shaker so that it doesn't come out like as fast. And I like these little containers better than the mica powders or the glitters that comes in bags, because to me, I make a mess. I spill things over, all of that good stuff. I don't want to be like scooping out mica or glitter like with a spoon or dumping it out of a bag. These, for me, are more functional. They store better. They're cleaner. I don't get stuff all over the place. But if you go to our website, at the bottom of the page, there's kind of like a graphic that says things we love on Amazon, or like Amazon finds or whatnot. If you click on that, we have I have a Amazon like recommendation store, and you can find those mica powders and other products that I use. Like if you also wanted the silicone tools, those are also linked in that Amazon link. What else is on there? Oh, if you wanted to get the Bob Smith, you can find that right there as well. Like literally everything is on there. We also do sell rhinestones on Amazon. I'm not part of Amazon Prime. Being honest and transparent, Amazon charges a ton of fees to sell on their platform. So our products are going to be more expensive on Amazon than they would be on our website. But if you wanted to order from Amazon, you can also order our products on Amazon. And if you're ordering other stuff from people on Amazon, like if you find out that they have like a regular website, honestly, go check out their website, because I tell you, when I do that, 8 out of 10 times on their website, the product is cheaper, because Amazon charges like a 13% processing fee for products on their website, just to have it on their platform. Like, Amazon is not cheap. So if you want to save a few bucks, like, go check out people, especially small businesses that are on there, go check out their websites, because it is probably going to be cheaper on their website than it is on Amazon. So hopefully that saves you guys a few bucks. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call that it for today. Let's see. And then I have to share my screen. So there we go. All right, any last minutes, you have to enter the keyword. It's right there, #opals. And then we'll do the drawing in like 10 seconds. So like 10, 9, 8, like 2 more seconds to enter. All right, ready? Here we go. So let's see. Oh, Miss Mona. Miss Mona is our winner. Did you win another week before, Mona? I want to say, didn't you win like a pen kit? But either way, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. And yeah, you can either go get, I think Mona's still here. She's usually still here. She hangs out with me for a while. I hope she's still here. She'll be there she is. There she is. So yeah, if you want to either go get a pattern, and then I can ship it out to you sooner, or if you want me to put it in if you want to wait and I can put it in your Bling box, I can do that too, but just send me an email and let me know. So, we will do that. Oh yes, you won a pen. You did. So congratulations again. Thank you guys all for joining me. Again, the rhinestones that I used tonight were, let me get rid of this. So the rhinestones that I used tonight, these are part of our new opal line. These were the blue opals. And then there is pink opal, green opal, and white opal. These come in SS 6, 10, 16, and 20. And if you wanted to get the Bob Smith or the silicone tools or the mica powder, if you go to our website and at the bottom of the homepage, there's like a little graphic that says products we love on Amazon. That will take you to the Amazon store, and it has not just these products, but literally tons of products that I personally use, and you can find those all there. So there's that. And then if you wanted the printout of kind of like the different like types of general patterns for rhinestones and whatnot, this is also on our website under like the Bling tips section. You can learn more about like the different types, like the grid, the honeycomb scatter, the deluxe grid that we did, doing like a radial fill or the dual honeycomb. Some people also call like the dual honeycomb, what do they call it? The cushion method. To me, it looks more like a dual honeycomb because you're using two different sizes of rhinestones. And you're just basically doing like an alternating honeycomb pattern with those. So you might see it as dual honeycomb or the cushion method, either one. But you can save this and save it to your computer, or you can print it out. You can have it on your phone, whatever, however you want to use it. But there's lots and lots of other information on our website under the blog. Like somebody was asking about the difference between SS and MM. That's on there too. The conversion charts are on there. So I really hope that was helpful. I appreciate you guys joining me. I love it. I love coming every week and trying to help you guys learn more, teaching you the things that I know and answering your questions. And I get to give away stuff, so there's nothing wrong with that. But again, thank you guys for joining me. If you ever have any questions, come over to our Facebook group, join us there and ask your questions. We have, I think we're inching on 3,000 members, which is like literally crazy to me. So there is plenty of people in there with backgrounds in rhinestoning, people who just love to bling and have fun. We're all there to help and support each other. So come over to the group. We will answer your questions and you can show off your work. We love to see everything that you're doing and cheer you on along the way. So other than that, thank you guys again for joining me. I love you all, and I will see you next week, every week, Thursday at 8 p.m. See you all next week. Bye, guys. Thank you too, Lisa. Good night.